Can we just be real for a second? Doesn't the whole world of finance and investing feel, I don't know, huge and kind of intimidating? Like, so big and complicated you don't even know where to begin?
It totally can, Aiko. So many people feel that way. But what if I told you that from the very start, investing wasn't some scary monster at all? It was actually made to be a friendly tool for absolutely everyone.
Exactly. Let's dive into this, because this quote from Larry Fink's recent letter to investors is just amazing. When the world's very first stock exchange opened, like over 400 years ago, it wasn't just for rich merchants and fancy hats. The actual records show artisans, shopkeepers, and yes, even two maids were putting their savings to work. It was democratic from day one.
Wait, hang on. Two maids? Seriously? That is a total game changer. How was that even possible back then? I'm picturing a completely different world. Ooh, you have to tell me more. Okay, so picture this. After starting in Amsterdam, this amazing idea travels over to England. But the London Stock Exchange didn't start in some grand fancy building. Nope, it started in a place called Jonathan's Coffee House. You literally had farmers with actual mud still on their boots investing right next to bishops and bookkeepers. They were all there, turning their savings into a piece of the future. And today, that coffee house is right in your pocket. It's on your phone. Okay, my mind is completely blown. So if regular people could do it back then, we can definitely do it now. But I'm still trying to figure out how it actually worked for them. How did a maid's small savings help grow her own little money garden? Ah, they were turning the very first prosperity flywheel. Think of it like a magical, sparkly Ferris wheel for your money. Their savings gave the wheel a little push, helping companies fund adventures and build new things. And as that wheel turned, the success came right back around to them. It's this beautiful, continuous cycle of growth. Let's break it down. So, step 1, you plant your cute little money seeds. Step 2, companies take those seeds, your investment, to build new things, invent cool stuff, and just get bigger and stronger. And then, my favorite part, step 3, you get to harvest the delicious fruits of all that success as your investment grows. Okay, planting money seed sounds so cute and totally doable. But wait a minute. Oh my gosh, there are thousands and thousands of companies out there. Picking the right one to plant my seeds with, that sounds super hard and honestly, really stressful. What if I pick a dud? Yuki, that is such a real feeling. Trying to pick individual winning stocks can feel like trying to find one specific pink sprinkle in a giant jar. It is stressful and it's high risk. But what if, instead of hunting for one sprinkle, you could just buy the whole jar? That's where this simple, super chill alternative comes in. It's called an index fund, and I love to call it your financial bento box. Instead of stressing over whether to get the tempura or the sushi, you just get a perfectly balanced little box with a tiny taste of everything. You're not betting on just one company, you're buying a tiny piece of the entire market, all in one simple, low-cost package. And this isn't just a cute idea, it comes from a total legend, the founder of Vanguard, John Bogle. His entire philosophy was built on this one simple point you see right here. The most effective strategy is often the simplest one. And honestly, the data shows that over time, our simple bento box usually performs better than all those complicated, expensive strategies anyway. Okay, I am officially obsessed with the financial bento box. That sounds amazing. So what actually happens when I start planting these little bento box seeds? What does that growth look like in real life? Let's look at a real-world example, okay? Let's say 10 years ago, you invested $10,000 into an S&P 500 index fund. That's basically a bento box of the 500 biggest companies in the US. Even with all the market's little mood swings, all the ups and the downs, that investment would be worth about $30,000 today. You just had to let your garden grow. And this is where the real magic happens. It's called compounding, or what I like to call the sparkle snowball effect. If you start putting away just $200 a month when you're 20, that little snowball can roll its way into over $500,000. But look, if you wait until 40, that same effort gives you so much less. Time is the most powerful, sparkly ingredient you have. Wow. When you look at it that way, it completely changes everything. The goal isn't just about getting rich. It's about using that sparkle snowball to build a future that feels free and joyful, a life you actually love living. Exactly. The author J.L. Collins has a famous name for this. He calls it FU money, but we're rebranding it as your sparkle stash. It's that special pot of gold that gives you the power to choose. It's your ticket to quit a job that drains your sparkle, take that dream trip, or just sleep better at night knowing you have a safety net made of pure freedom.
And that's really the heart of all of this. This journey isn't about giant yachts or fancy cars, unless that's your thing. It's about owning your time. It's about having the freedom and the flexibility to design a life that makes you genuinely happy. That is the real prize.
This has been absolutely incredible, Yuki. I feel so ready and so empowered. So the only question left is for everyone watching. What's the very first tiny money seed you're going to plant for your sparkling future? You've totally got this.